let's see, I was using the K-5 and K-01, I believe, with the 24mm lens. And then for the K-01, I didn't do too many photos with it. I was focusing more with video in that case, so I used a fisheye lens. First off, here's a photo that I liked. Nice cosplay photo. Framing is pretty tight, but in this case it works well because there's so much happening to the sides. You just want to focus on your subject in this case. Next one, I was in the dealer's room, and I somewhat know this person, a frequent cosplayer. Asked for a photo. She was manning a booth for a convention. You know, you explained what it is and all that, but she seemed willing eventually, and I took a quick photo. Just like her expression, and it's a little different than usual. This one's pretty similar to that one. Another cosplay photo with kind of tight framing to minimize all of the stuff happening to the sides. There's a group photo, pretty decent. I had to again do the tight framing because up at the top here there was a FedEx sign, and to the right there was a person sitting talking to someone. It just didn't fit too well with the photo. Here's another cosplayer, in this case Doctor Who. I just like his pose, how he's standing, works pretty well. This one, again, I like the framing. I decided to get pretty down low, shoot up, and the cosplayers have pretty interesting cosplays, so that worked well, I think. This one, I don't really like all of the background, but I definitely like the subject and how sharp she looks, as well as some of these reflective panels. So if I were to quickly crop this, I think I could improve the, looks like I already have, but maybe a vertical. This thing would cooperate with me. So I think that works significantly better in this case. So I think it went from a 3 to a 5 on the likeness scale right there. So here are some of the photos I didn't like too well in this group. She was blinking. The framing isn't tight in this situation, so when you see this one, you see that one, it's pretty obvious which one is better. Another one here, I shouldn't have had so much empty space on the top. The background's a little dark. I did use flash. It was in that area, it was very dark, so probably should have increased the ISO. This one here again, another blinking shot. That's why it's good to take at least 2, 3, 4 images to avoid that blinking issue. So you can see they're both good poses. Their faces are right towards the camera. So next up, another group. Here's the fisheye with the K-01. Just a quick photo of one of the main hotel areas. And then this one is more of a documentary style. Fellow photographer and one of the cosplayers talking. I like this image. You can see the shutter speed was pretty slow, as this guy, another photographer that I know, he was walking and it blurred out. It was 1/25 of a second f 3.5 at 11 millimeters, but in 35mm format that would be around 16 millimeters. Next group, she wasn't a cosplayer per se, but I think she does some type of modeling of clothes or something related to some type of convention thing here. I'm not sure exactly, but I like that prose. I like the photo. Background is minimalistic, but it is not detrimental to the photo. Here's another photographer. He was modeling that jumpsuit type, whatever hoodie thing that some of the dealers are starting to make custom clothing that kind of works with the whole anime scene, I guess you could say. This is a cow hoodie. They're pretty expensive too, but I guess they're handmade, so that is understandable. And here's another one I didn't like too well of this group compared to that one. So we only went for a single day. We didn't stay the entire time. You know, you don't get too much time to really work with the situation. And that convention was smaller. There weren't as many cosplayers as, say, a massive convention that happens in May called ACEN. But otherwise, it was a fun convention, and suggest you check it out. Thanks.